Hello. In the previous session, I had spoken about the few aspects of digital marketing, mainly Facebook, Google, affiliates, and alliances. Today, I will touch a bit more about Facebook. What are the various sub aspects of digital marketing through Facebook? Predominantly on Facebook, you've got two kinds of marketing activities that you do, that is marketing for new users as well as marketing for existing customers, rather I would say customers who have browsed on your app. What we call that kind of marketing is called as remarketing, because people have browsed your app or browsed your website, and then you're trying to target them so that they come back to you and either complete their purchase or do a subsequent purchase. So that's why it is called as remarketing or retargeting. So that's one aspect of Facebook market. Another aspect is targeting a new set of audience. So now, how is targeting a new set of audience done? So let's take an example of Amazon, which for simplicity's sake sells clothes online, and you have say a brand, say a sportswear brand called Nike, whose shoes you want to market. So what you do is there are two ways you can do this. One is you can just put a banner on Facebook, and you can intelligently target a set of audience. Let's say you know that people who buy sportswear generally are youngsters. They have a minimum income of so and so. They do certain activities on Facebook, etc., etc., etc. Just to get, when I mean activities, I mean to say they watch more of sports videos and all of that. So on Facebook, you go and you set a campaign where you specifically mention that, look, target all audiences who are male or female within a particular age group who have done certain activity on Facebook. Say also you can add other aspects like those who have liked some particular brand pages of various brands on Facebook, or have shown interest on certain other e-commerce portals. And then you say target all this audience. You can also set targeting parameters. Example, show this ad twice per user on a particular day. So that way you don't end up showing the ad to the same set of users. You can broaden your scope of audience. So let's say finally it is say number of impressions per audience into total impressions, right? So yeah, number of impressions per audience into total audiences. That's your total impressions that you can show when you have a particular budget. Let's say if you have a budget of $100,000, or let's say that's a big number. Let's take a budget of $1,000. You might be able to reach X number of audiences, and to each audience you might be able to show Y number of impressions. So you set those while you configure advertisement, you set all these parameters on Facebook, and then you just roll out your advertisement, and you can tell Facebook maximize click-through rate, that is clicks upon impressions, or you can say ensure you reach ensure the banner reaches maximum number of people. That's one way of doing it. There's another way of doing it is you tell Facebook maximize return on ad spend or maximize conversion rate through this particular campaign. So these are the ways you can set your marketing campaign on Facebook, and then you can track it at the end of the day. You can also set the amount which you want to spend on that ad. So I give an example of where you would show a banner to a set of audience. You can also, instead of showing a banner, you can show your feed itself, rather what we call it as product feed. Let's say for a company like Airbnb, product feed would be the entire set of guest houses or homestays that it has on its inventory in a particular region. So that would be its feed. For something like Amazon, the entire portfolio of Nike shoes would be feed. So that's a feed based ad, which and what do I mean by feed based ad? When you browse on Facebook, you would see a lot of this shoes of say Puma or Nike. You'd see those products. So that is feed based ad. You can have feed based ad, or you can just have a brand campaign where you put like a Nike shoe brand ad and say click on this to buy it on Amazon or something like that. So these are two kinds of ads that you can have. You can also have video ads, which is more from brand promotion perspective. So you do this to acquire new set of customers. Either you make them click that campaign and come and view your website, or you can have an app install campaign so that they download the app and they come and purchase on your site. So this is called as Facebook new customer acquisitions or new user acquisitions. You can do exactly a similar campaign for your existing users, which is called as Facebook remarketing campaign. Now, there's a subtle difference in remarketing. In remarketing, what you predominantly do is when a customer comes to your sites and interacts with a set of products, you end up showing those products to the customer. So, and that way, because you know that the customer has shown some interest, either he has clicked on that product or has added that product to cart. So you repeatedly keep showing that particular product to a customer. Say once he clicks on that product or adds it to cart, you might end up showing it for the next 2 or 3 days. You won't show it after that because the interest starts fading. So you show that with the thought that most likely he'll see it and he'll get tempted to come back and purchase on Facebook. You can also show a revised price if in case you have revised the price. That way he knows that the prices become more attractive. That will again promote him to come to the site or to your app and purchase it. So this kind of campaign is called as remarketing campaign. When remarketing, different kinds of campaigns are set. Example, if a user has added an item to cart, you would want to expose that particular item more and more often because the probability of converting is higher. If you just clicked on that product, you might just want to show that ad to him once or twice per day, because the more and more times you show an ad, your cost increases, right? And you would end up showing, and if you have a fixed budget, you end up showing the ads to lesser number of people. So that you can tweak on Facebook, and similarly you can set your success metric like conversion rate, click-through rate, return on ad spend, etc., etc. This is and in generally if you see remarketing campaigns have a higher conversion rate, and that's quite intuitive because if you see the user is already exposed to your site, he knows your site, he understands your site, he's interacted on your site, and if he's clicking on a remarketing campaign and coming back to your site, it simply means that he is more confident on your site than an existing customer not yet exposed. So that's why generally see your remarketing campaigns have better conversion rates, better return on ad spend compared to a new campaign. So that's pretty intuitive. That's a user behavior. So this is the way you would end up doing campaigns to acquire new users or new customers. The difference between a new user and a new customer is when a user comes to your site for the first time is a new user. When a user does a transaction on your site for the first time, site or app, is a new customer. So that's the difference between new user and new customer. That's a general industry-wide terminology. So you use Facebook to do this, achieve this goal. You'd also use Facebook to get more and more customers, or rather repeat customers through remarketing route as well, or rather make users convert into customers. And so Facebook is one channel, but the universe of Facebook has got Instagram as well. So you can do very similar activities on Instagram. And such activities don't restrict yourself to Facebook and Instagram. These days, users also, rather companies also use the real estate of sites like Snapchat, or for that matter TikTok, because eventually you can do digital marketing in places where people are present. So digital marketing is an activity whose potential depends on the particular site or app where people spend their time. And we predominantly know that other than WhatsApp, obviously you cannot market on WhatsApp as well. Other than WhatsApp, where people spend their time is Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, or TikTok, or YouTube. So you use these platforms to drive traffic and to have a brand recall mindshare for a particular site. So this is how remarketing, Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing works. Similar remarketing can be done through the real estate, the internet real estate that is held by Google, as well as the real estate that is held by affiliates. So this is how predominantly the world of digital marketing works in terms of the way of targeting, as well as the scope to target the sites on which you can target users. You might also ask, how does Facebook know what kind of activities I as a user have done on a particular site, say Amazon? So just to keep it simple, you can say that many of the sites talk to each other, or rather the app that you have created, you have given access to some digital marketing agency to push your data, the browsing data, definitely not PII data because that's confidential, the browsing data to Facebook, or for that matter any other digital marketing engagement partner. So they have your data, they know what users have done on your site, and Obviously, they also know that that same user has the Facebook app or TikTok app, and then accordingly they can retarget or remarket your ads to that user. So this is how the world of the tech intricacies of digital marketing work. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we'll talk a bit about referral marketing as well as affiliate marketing, alliances marketing, and the key metrics that we track in the world of digital marketing. Thank you.